Good morning and welcome to this live edition of the eClinicalWorks podcast at the eClinicalWorks 2015 National Conference in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm Adam Siladi, and joining me today is Bina Patel from Costal Dermatology and MedSpa in Jacksonville, Florida. Bina, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thanks for having me.
We had a little bit of a discussion about your practice previously, and dermatology practice, obviously. So you're in a little bit of a unique position. It's not a general medicine type of practice. What did you do to make eClinicalWorks really work well for your practice?
Well, we're dermatology, and we do cosmetic procedures as well. So for us, the biggest thing was eCW does have dermatology in a part of their system. But for us, for my doctor, he likes to have more things catered to his practice specifically. So we customized all of our templates. So the fact of eCW allowing us to build those and do it and tweak it to exactly the way we wanted it was like the biggest plus ever. Like, we were able to maneuver things, we were able to change things. He could write it in his own way, his verbiage. Things how he knows how his daily workflow is, I guess, or how he wants his progress notes to look like. At the end of the day, when he finished, he was able to do every single feature and create it himself, and that was the biggest plus, because on our other old system that we had, our EMR, we had to send in like our notes, like it was and they built the questions, but they were there. And if we needed to change anything, or if there was a misspelling that they did or have it fixed or whatever, we couldn't fix anything. We were like locked down. Like, they did all of it. They had to do all of it. We had to submit it. The biggest
for that turnaround.
Yeah.
And then, frustrations mount and stuff. So it sounds like the flexibility was important to you, and
Absolutely.
And the ability to control that yourselves played a big role in that as well. So you mentioned the templates. Tell us a little bit about your experience with the templates, because sometimes when you talk to providers, there are some providers who are maybe reluctant to use a template because they feel like it constrains their practice of medicine a little bit too much. But then we have people who are very big fans of it. What are your thoughts on it?
We love the templates. We like that feature. I mean, it just helps him so much. It's easy. They're not, it's all right there for you. And the fact that you can build it yourself and customize it and your hands are not tied is the best thing. I don't think I would ever change that.
How does you talked a little bit about your previous system and how you didn't have a lot of direct control over that as well. What about the support that you got with those groups?
I have to say, the EMR system we were with before, eCW, rocks in technical support. I put in a ticket, and within 5 minutes, I get a call from eCW. I used to put in a ticket. Our system used to crash, and we are in a busy 3-provider workflow, 100 patients checking in and out. I wouldn't even get a phone call for a day to 48 hours later. From our previous EMR. eCW is on top of it. Like, they call me within 5 minutes. Sometimes they call me faster than I'm even ready to go. Like, okay, I didn't need you to call me right now, but it was like, it's amazing. It's a world of difference to what we were using before. eCW is a little more intricate, but you know what? I mean, the support and the webinars, the knowledge feature of it, and you watch the videos, it answers a lot of your questions. You just have to take the little bit of that time and watch it. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I was very reluctant. My doctor was like, it's the #1 EMR. It's good. It's good. I was more hesitant, but I have to say, we've been on it for almost a year, and it's great. I would not go back, or I don't think I could recommend any other EMR. I like it, and after being at this conference, I'm going home with so much knowledge that it's unbelievable.
So this is your first conference, correct?
Yes. Yes.
And what's been your experience here so far?
Oh, it's just breathtaking. I can't even, I'm just like very, at first overwhelmed. I mean, there's just a lot of it's just a lot. It's great that they have the eCW Central. I'm able to talk to one-on-one for every issue that I might have. I've visited all the booths. I've gotten the one-on-one answers that I've been looking for. I have to say, my Sam is fantastic, Muhammad Kareem. I love him to death. We're working on a dermatology project with one of the other developers, and I am absolutely excited. I can't wait to see it.
So speaking of that dermatology project, there was an announcement during the keynote this year for some new dermatology features. And did you have a hand in that a little bit?
Yeah, we did. We did have a hand in it because, like I said, when we came on, eCW had dermatology, but that was not their strong point, that I have to say. It was very hard for us because we were looking at things. We need diagrams. We do a lot of cosmetic procedures, so we needed specific diagrams. We do surgeries. We're not a Mohs physician, but for someone who is a Mohs physician, the new module that is coming out is going to be absolutely breathtaking. It's amazing. The diagrams are 360-degree rotating. You can go into the layers of the skin, which I don't think anyone has that. I think they've just taken it 10 steps higher. We gave them a little bit of it, and they just went to the top. I have to say. I mean, I'm shocked. That it's mapped to ICD-10. You can write in your notes. It's very, very user friendly. A lot of things that we didn't think about, and we gave a lot of suggestions. They took every single one of them, and the best part about it is that they actually implemented it, and they also enhanced it with their own, ideas, and it's even better than what we thought it was going to be.
It sounds like responsiveness is the theme here in our conversation today, whether it be support or whether it be new features and things like that. What other projects are you currently working on?
So our newest challenge is our CM. So before I came on, and I'm going to be brutally honest, I wasn't really happy with our CM, but I spent 2 hours with the main developer of our CM, Kapil. He took us under his wing. I have to say, I am absolutely in awe. I never thought that I would get that kind of a response. I thought I would just be that, okay, you got your problems, move on. I wasn't going to get a response about it. Actually, the analyst and Nabib, he knew of our practice and our challenges that we were having. So I have to say, we're just not another ticket or a body out here. They actually know our concerns. They actually listen to our concerns, and they're actually going to do something about our concerns. And that is what, there's 5 of us that came, and I think all of us can say that we're very, very happy, going home and telling our doctors, 14 doctors that are very worried financially about their money, that you don't really have to worry because it's actually going to be taken care of and things are going to get fixed. Like I said, the support of eCW is fantastic, and that's why you're #1. I feel in my heart, I know that is why you're #1, because when you read, even in, my doctor pointed out in a journal of magazines that he gets, tech support is the biggest challenge for the industry with EMR. A lot of doctors that are not wanting to go EMR because of that, because of the challenges they face with electronic health. It's hard because when you're on paper, you have control. When you're going electronic, you kind of lose that control, and I think that's what they're afraid of. But to know that you have a great EMR system who has a great support system is it's a big factor. I mean, it takes a lot of stress off of you. It takes a lot. You can go home and go to bed at night knowing that your problems are actually going to be solved when you wake up the next morning. In our case with ECW, my problems are solved within 15 minutes.
So let's talk a little bit about the conference here. Just a quick question for you. What sessions have you found the most valuable so far, and what are you looking forward to today on this last full day of the eClinicalWorks conference?
I would say, I mean, like my whole schedule was catered around to EBO reports and RCM because those were my biggest challenges. The EMR side, I know couple of our girls is coming on board, so she's focused around that. Implementation, templates, and stuff like that. For me, EBO and RCM has been my biggest. All 3 days were packed with that, and I have to say, I'm so much more relieved. And I am a Athena client, and I am definitely, like I said, the head gentleman, Kapil, for RCM has actually, I slept last night. I have to tell you that. I did sleep last night in the fact that I'm relieved that RCM is going to be taken care of. So it's, that's our bread and butter.
Wonderful. Well, Bina, thank you so much. You're very brave being the first one of the morning here, especially after the Saturday night party at our conference here. So thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks
and
so much
giving
for
us your
having me.
thoughts. We're going to wrap up this episode of the eClinicalWorks podcast here. You can check out other episodes of the eClinicalWorks podcast on iTunes and on YouTube. Just search for the eClinicalWorks podcast. And we'll also have other episodes coming up later today. So do be sure to check out the schedule and tune in for those as well. For the eClinicalWorks podcast, I'm Adam Siladi. Thanks for joining us.